I have had 4 cancer diagnoses in my lifetime, beginning in 2016 when I was diagnosed with classic Hodgkin's lymphoma. And yesterday, as I'm making this recording, I rang the damn cowbell announcing the last chemotherapy treatment I would have in this life, at any rate. And it felt really good. And as I rang that bell, I thought back, because this time last year, there were times when I seriously just thought about unaliving myself. I hurt that much. I was in that much physical and emotional pain. And as I thought back, I thought about the things that got me through that. And it wasn't faith in God or trust or faith in God's mercy that kept me waking up in the morning and putting my feet on the floor and being able to get out of bed. Nope, the thing that kept me doing that was anger. Cold, hard anger. Anger at God, anger at myself, anger at the universe, anger at cancer, anger at our country, angry at our country's broken ass healthcare system that made me feel as though I was fighting 2 battles at once. I was just fucking mad. And that's the thing that got me through it. I really believe that. Which is kind of funny because that made me think of the Disney Pixar movie Inside Out. And it made me think about the character Anger. So when Inside Out came out, a lot of people had big feelings about the character Sadness. Because finally, we had a piece of media that portrayed sadness in a positive light. As not a blight on our emotions, but something we needed that was necessary for our survival. Well, I had big feelings about anger, because from the time I was a little girl, everyone, from my Sunday school teacher, to my parents, to my peers, to my teachers at school, everyone in my social circle told me to stop being angry. They told me to control my temper. Actually, they didn't say control my temper. They said squash it out. Little girls should be nice and sweet and demure and gracious. They shouldn't be angry or ambitious. And they wanted me to kill that part of myself. But now, when I think about the events of last year and my 4th cancer diagnoses and the cancer diagnoses I've had for the past decade, I thought about if I had squashed that, if I had completely cut out that part of my emotions, would I have survived? And I really don't think I would have. That, my friends, is the spirit of the Aries. So, Aries season is between March 19th and April 19th. It represents spring, ambition, and all of the newness that this time of year brings along. It's also a tempestuous sign, with lots of storms at this time of the year, in March and April. And I want to talk about Aries today. I want to begin by saying Aries does not feature in any part of my chart. I mean, the closest I have to it is a Sagittarius in the South Node. But I do have a daughter who's an Aries ascendant, and my beloved sister who is an Aries ascendant. So I think I can at least kind of talk about Aries, considering the women I love most in my life are Aries ascendants. I love Aries. They have to be the sign I admire the most. Burning building? No problem. Your FBI partner is stuck in the desert? About to be taken away by aliens? Screw that! The love of your life has disappeared into the Red Room for 30 years? Don't even stop to consider that danger. I'm running dead ahead. This is the spirit of Aries. So Aries gets a lot of flack for being hot-headed, for jumping to conclusions, for just running into situations and not thinking about them, for having a short attention span. And as the mother and sister of 2 Aries ascendants, let me just say, none of that is untrue about them. But you know what else an Aries is? Is loyal. Once an Aries gives you their heart, it's there forever. Aries is probably the most loyal zodiac sign alongside Scorpio. And that is the spirit of Aries. And I think that is the spirit that I was feeling when I got angry and it got me through my sickness. I believe that that is what Aries feel every single day of their existence. Lucky them. So today I just want to talk about Aries. We're winding down Aries season, and I apologize to all my Aries mates. I love y'all, and I'm sorry I didn't make this video sooner. But yeah, I just want to talk about Aries and all the things that I love about them. So who I'm mainly going to talk about is John Doggett, because his birthday is April 3rd or 4th, and he's the Aries I'm going to feature prominently in this video. But I am going to talk about Dale Cooper a little bit, because he is an Aries Taurus cusp, meaning he has traits of both the Aries and the Taurus. I'll talk more about him in the Taurus video I want to make next month. But yeah, so the thing about Aries that makes them great is how they just run headlong into danger. I'm going to be talking a lot about John Doggett and using him as an example because I love John Doggett. But I want to say that Monica Reyes and Dana Scully have Aries Mars and Aries Venus respectively, and them running into the desert to look for their partners, screaming their names into the waste is the biggest Aries energy I've ever seen. Monica even has like a whole backstory prepared for when she goes looking for her himbo in the desert. So I just want to say those girls have a lot of Aries energy in their charts, and it's beautiful to see. I'm also thinking about the scene in 4D, which is one of my favorite X-Files episodes, where Lucas cuts Monica's throat, and you know, Brad is there with her, and Doggett is just out for blood. He chases Lucas. He doesn't stop to think about it. He's like, this man hurt the woman I love, and now he's gonna fucking get it. And that is Aries energy. I mean, he even corners him in the alley, and he says, Erwin Lucas, turn around. I want to see your face when I take your life. Like, that is how he's feeling, and that is such, like, Aries energy. And I have a million examples of John Doggett doing that in the show, but that's the one that just pops out at me. Another thing is Dale Cooper in Twin Peaks, and how he runs into the Red Room to save Annie, and he doesn't think about it. And it's wild. Dale Cooper has been chasing these demons since he stepped into town. He knows their deal. He knows they're fucking evil. He knows his former partners in there, Wyndham Earl, and he's probably scarier than the demons. And he doesn't stop to think about it. Dale Cooper's like, okay, Annie's in trouble. I have to save Annie. You know, how's Annie? Oh, yeah, famous last words. But he runs in there. He doesn't even think about it. I always think about this story from 9/11. I don't know if you had even been born at that time. I was a junior in high school, and there was the story that came out of it, and I always thought about it. And it was this photojournalist, I believe, and he was running out of one of the Twin Towers, and he was one of the few people that made it out before it collapsed. And there was a firefighter. This man was running down the stairs, and the firefighter was running up the stairs. And the photojournalist said that guy knew, the firefighter knew he wouldn't make it out, but he still ran up the stairs. He was still going to help someone. And I always think about that when I think about Aries. Like, that's Aries energy. Okay, so before we peace out, this is a very short video. I want to talk about my favorite Aries pairings. My favorite Aries pairing is one that's apparently very unpopular in the Zodiac community, and that's Aries and Pisces. And I'm not just saying that because John Doggett and Monica Reyes. John Doggett is Aries, and Monica Reyes is Pisces, of course. But their relationship's beautiful, and of course you have to consider all the other things that's going on in their charts. Just for starters, John Doggett is a Cancer moon and a Cancer rising, so of course he's going to be warm and snug, have a warm and snuggly side, you know. And as I mentioned, you know, Monica has a Aries Mars, and John Doggett has Pisces in all of his like major planets, Mercury, Mercury, Mars, and Venus just straight across the board because he's such a fucking teddy bear. Other Pisces and Aries pairings I love. This is just a complete headcanon, but the show Sam and Cat. Me and my daughter love that show. Sam as the Aries and Cat as the Pisces. I love in that show how Sam is the one you think you have to watch out for, but it's really Cat. And I think that's why Aries and Pisces works for me, is the Aries always wants to be dominant, and people are like, well, they'll just over dominate the Pisces. And I'm like, no, like the Pisces is the perfect submissive. Like they always love to follow and absorb energy. And another thing is, I call Aries the Knights of the Zodiac, and they really are. And the Pisces will always be their little damsel that they have to rescue and that they love to protect and defend. So I don't think that's a bad pairing at all. Like it's almost a symbiotic relationship. Also, the Pisces can be more introverted, and the Aries can be more extroverted, and they kind of work off each other in that way, and that's really cool. So, other zodiac signs I love to see paired with Aries is Libra. Mainly saying that because of Fox Mulder and John Doggett. The show just cheated us that we didn't get to see those two kings run around more. I love being in the episode, if you don't know. And I love Aries and Scorpio. I love Scorpio with any sign, but Scorpio and Aries is hot. I'm saying that mainly because of John Doggett and Brad Fulmer and their tension there. And I know they were rivals for Monica's love, but like, I really think at one point in the show, Fulmer just wanted to get with Doggett. I really do believe that. So, yeah. Aries season. I hope if you're an Aries, or you know an Aries, or you love Aries, or you want to snag an Aries, if someone in your life is an Aries, count yourself lucky. They're loyal, they're beautiful, they're ambitious, they're independent, they're full of ideas and energy, and I love them. I love it. I love Aries.